ego, a complex, neither superiority nor inferiority, but it creates a complex leaning towards one and become bad and good. Healthy ego converts into confidence. Filthy ego converts into criticism. So, what's ego? It is a representation of an individual's sense and self. What is the opinion for me and on me? What do I think of myself? The way I perceive myself, the way I calculate myself, the way I mathematically understand the position in the society. I say ego is circumstantial or situational. In one particular situation, your ego will be in the peaks. The otherwise, your ego will be at the nadir. With some, you are haughty in your behavior, barbaric in your behavior. In some, you are surveilling too much, submitting too much, surrendering to too much. You are not becoming balanced. Whenever you are in the balanced approach, most of the thoughts can be properly controlled. Fragile ego, I could say, lead to negative behavior. Fragile, weak, very tender, easily influenced, not knowing about one's personal abilities. So I say, ego is one's self-image, feeling of pride, some other ways. Nothing is wrong once you feel proud of your own possessions, proud of your own abilities. But it is very dangerous when it becomes a hurting point to the others. So, making you to understand deeply, let me bring this small story to you. There lived a painter in a small village. He was very dedicated painter. One day, he painted a woman carrying some kind of fruit in a basket on her head. The birds flying by mistook that those fruits were real. They start plucking them. Everybody astounded, including the painter. The paintings made by the painter made even the live birds mistook of them. It went to his heart, not only heart to the head. He felt he was extremely powerful painter. It has converted into ego. Because of that ego, his behavior was changed. He started some kind of superiority complex. This superiority complex cannot sit idle. It makes others inferior. When you start making others inferior by your words and acts, ego's influence is negative. At the same time, some days later, another painter came to another corner of the village. Everybody spoke high of him. He was a great painter. Under his illuminous image, his image has become drastically reduced. which he could not digest. That's the symptom of ego. He wanted to see whether he was really an excellent painter or not. By incognito, not knowing his whereabouts to anybody, he visited that art gallery. Many paintings were extraordinarily great. One painting attracted him much. That was a beautiful a beautiful girl who was standing behind a mantle, a small curtain. It seems to be unreachable to his hand. He asked the painter to remove the curtain, to remove the mantle, by that the beautiful girl can be shown everybody easily. The other painter smiled and said, "It was not a curtain, it was not a mantle, it is the part of the painting." He was shocked and got realization. His paintings were mistook by only birds. But his painting, the man who is being adorned by most of his village mates, and his illumined powers is reducing him to zero, was really great, because his painting was mistook by the another painter. This is called ego's influence. When you feel superior at any cost, the superiority may be questioned at one time. When your ego that elevates your confidence levels, there is no mistake. When your ego will be a question for most of your credibilities, you have to think about it. Unfortunately, everyone says no. Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? When you ask 3 times the question to you, you depend upon the others' validation. Others must tell you that whether you are an egoistic individual or not. Why others? You think of yourself, I'll tell you. When you are reacting too much about the criticism, instead of smiling at them, you are taking to heart. You are an egoist. That's the first symptom of an egoistic impulse. And the second symptom, always you are interested to be validated, assessed by the others' words and actions. Craving for recognition. Craving for some kind of attraction from the other side. When you are doing such kind of activity, believe that you are also affected with ego. Sometimes we may commit mistakes. This is a personal question to you. Do you have courage to apologize or say sorry to them? Most probably, the inner part of ours may say, asking an excuse diminish your image. The very wrong concept for a long time. Definitely not. Every child should learn when they go wrong, when they commit mistake, they should apologize. Apology is nothing but unwritten promise that the same mistake cannot be done once again. We apologize. When you apologize, it pricks you not to commit it once again. If not with everybody, at least with the person to whom you apologize. Whenever the next symptom of ego, whenever you find superior, the greatest contamination of mind, the complex, superiority complex. Inferiority complex sometimes make you to understand where you are, but superiority complex will definitely make you miscalculate of your thought, your position, your disposition. So whenever you have the superiority complex, you are an egoistic. Don't take everything personal. Why do you? Even though it is a kind of derogatory mark by somebody on you, Don't take it personally. Then you become egoistic. There is no compulsion to prove yourself everywhere. That's what I could identify in most of the students. They create some kind of compulsion in them that they have to prove. They are the best speakers, they are the good intelligence, they are the best players. See, the best is one kind of imaginary and situational. That's what I said, circumstantial. At that moment, in that event, you may be the best. That doesn't mean that you are the best forever. So, what do I mean to say? There should not be any compulsion to prove it. Don't have hankering to do that. And one more, the domination of the conversation. Interlocution is nothing but giving equal share and importance to everybody. Where in the conversation you would like to dominate, automatically your ego will be effectively identified by the other people. It should not be. So, ego comes with enveloping content, concealing content. You cannot see the egoistic impulses directly, but never forget other people, those who are observing you so keenly, will simply identify that you are dancing to the tunes created by your ego at heart.